Hello everyone. Today Alvin and me want to talk about the poem When You Are Old, written by William Butler Yeats. At the first, let me talk about the poet. William Butler Yeats was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature. A pillar of both the Irish and British literary establishments. He helped to found the Abbey Theatre and in his later years served as an Irish senator for 2 terms, and was a driving force behind the Irish literary revival along with Lady Gilgrave, Edward Martyn and others. He was born in Sandymount, Ireland and educated there and in London. He spent childhood holiday in County Sligo and studied poetry from an early age where he became fascinated by Irish legend and currents. These topics feature in the first phase of his work, which lasted roughly until the turn of the 20th century. His earliest volume of verse was published in 1889. And his slow paths and lyrical poems display Yeats' depths to Edmund Spenser, Pricey Bessie City, and poets of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. From 1900s, his poetry grew more physical and realistic. He largely renounced the transcendental belief of his youth, so he remains preoccupied with physical and spiritual masks, as well as with cyclical ceremonies of life. In 1923, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. And now, I'll read the poem When You Are Old by William Butler Yeats. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, and kneeling by the fire, take down this book, and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How merely loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love, false or true.
But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrow of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bar, murmured a little sadly, how lovely, and paced up the mountains overhead, and hid his face beneath a crown of stars.
And hide his face amid a crowd of stars.
This is a poem that may still highlights the love between the speaker, William Butler Yeats, and his former lover. The poem is comprised of 3 stanzas, each contains 4 lines. The rhyme scheme is very distinct and steady. All of the stanza is ABBA. The first stanza opens the poem, revealing that our speaker is talking directly to his former lover. The first line reads, When you are old and grey and full of sleep. For this line, the reader can divine that he is writing this while his lover is still relatively young. The second stanza is a continuation of the first, and this time the speaker is reminding his love, for of how many people once loved her moments of glad grace. The speaker then returns to when his love becomes an old woman, telling her that she will be bending down beside the glowing bar, murmur, a little sadly, how lovely. This first 2 lines of the third stanza describe the old woman bending closer to the fire, remembering and regretting how the love she once had from the speaker ran away. Yet seemed to be telling his lover that while his love for her will always remain, she will be unable to reach it as one is unable to reach into the heaven and pluck out a star. The tone of the poem changed with the last stanza. While the first 2 stanzas could be seen as romantic and positive, the news of the speaker's love in the third stanza energetically changed the tone, which has become full of regret.
美的吹，灯火昏黄不定。